What's up guys, it's Ryan Creates and welcome back to another Shadows of the Erdtree guide. In today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to get both the male and female dragon form. I'll be showing you guys how to get the rock heart, which will transform you into the male version of the dragon form without having to fight a certain boss. And then I'll be teaching you guys how to get the female form, which we will gain through the priestess heart. So, with all that being said, let's start. The first area we have to go is in the gravesite plain. We'll have to make our way to the Pillar Path Waypoint Site of Grace, and the closest Site of Grace to that is the Castle Front Site of Grace. So you're going to make your way down there, and right at the Grace, you are going to hear an NPC yelling out in pain. You're going to go over to him, see what's up, exhaust all of his dialogue, and then after that, we're going to make our way down the path with all the dragon statues. Now, we are going to be kicked off Torn here, and we're going to have to fight an invading NPC known as the Ancient Dragon Man, with an exclamation point. Thankfully, he is not that difficult, as there's plenty of opportunities to parry his attacks, such as his poke attack with his Dragon Hunter Greatsword. Also, when he uses his Dragon Communion, that's an excellent time to run around him and get in a backstab. And then his poke attack is by far his best attack. When he does the heavy poke, that is the best time. If you have golden parry, you have tons of frames to get in an attack and get your parry riposte. But once he's defeated, we're going to keep making our way down into the Dragon's Pit. We're going to grab the Site of Grace here, and then we're going to be making our way through this area. You guys can just follow my steps. Now, you guys are going to notice this ominous pit area. You guys might see that there's no other way around. So we're actually going to take the plunge and go on down. This is going to take us to a secret new area that is not on the DLC map. And we're going to have to fight a boss. It is the Ancient Dragon Man yet again. This time he's going to be doing his weapon art, but he's going to have a few more tricks up his sleeve. So believe it or not, we'll actually be able to parry him the same way we did before. And the Dragon Hunter Sword weapon art is also easy to just roll behind and then get an easy backstab. But again, we can parry him the same way we did in phase 1. And his Dragon Communion, he'll get a chomp one. This one is very good because we can get an easy backstab if we decide to run around it. Or you could decide to just roll into it, it's up to you. And once he's defeated, we'll get the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana he was wielding with that cool slash. And we'll get access to a new DLC area in the map. So we'll go ahead and grab this Grace, and now we're gonna make our way up the Jagged Peak.
Feasting upon dragon's essence, on the rotten heart of the goddess, violence, dragon will be the purest form of communion, the fullest sating of your hunger and your
Now as we're at the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion, you guys are going to notice that there is the Dragon Priestess right there. We are going to exhaust over dialogue and then pick the option that will allow us to start up the quest line. And this is actually going to give us a nice little buff we can use. But once that's done, we're going to make our way back to the beginning side of Grace of the Jagged Peak. And you guys are going to follow my steps all the way through this area. So what we have to do is we're going to let these drakes fight it out, and then we're going to take on the winner. You can easily use Torrent to avoid most of the attacks and get in and get some swings in, but once he's dead, we're going to make our way over to Ingor yet again on the ground. And we are going to exhaust all of his dialogue until he gives us Ingor's Furled Finger. After that, we're going to make our way past him up the wind stream. And you guys are going to follow my steps. Also, there's a part while we're scaling up the mountain where there's going to be boulders that are falling down. You guys are going to want to be careful and go in the opposite direction of them because they will kill you. There's going to be another dragon boss. We're just going to make our way around him. Don't fight him. Make your way to the left side of the arena, not the right like me. And then you're going to make your way up this really steep hill. Now once you're at the top, there's going to be a site of grace. We're going to make our way forward. And now we're going to be fighting Bayle the Dread. Now, I have a whole boss guide breakdown of him, going over all of his moves, the best ones to punish and heal on. So make sure you check out that video, learn all of his attacks, and then come back to this if this boss gives you too much trouble. But once we beat him, we're going to get the Heart of Bayle. And now we're going to go back to the same exact spot where we found Ingor when he gave us his Furled Finger. There's going to be his great bow, armor set, and his bell bearing. Once you've gotten that, we're going to go back to the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. And now you are going to notice that the Dragon Priestess is no longer there. Instead, her droppings will be there and you can grab her Priestess Heart. There's also the Dragon Communion where we can get Bayle's Tyranny along with Bayle's Flame Lightning. So now let's grab the male dragon form, which is going to require us to get the Rock Heart. So we're going to make our way back to Shadow Keep and to the main gate plaza site of Grace. And you guys are going to follow my steps. We're going to make our way all the way through to a certain point where we're going to have to go down a ladder and grab ourselves a painting. Also guys, make sure on the ladder here you don't just drop down. It's a very high fall and you will die. Alright, so once we've gotten that painting, we're going to make our way back to the site of Grace up on the jagged peak. And now we're going to continue, and you're going to follow my steps here. We're going to make our way up. At this part, there's going to be an edge sticking out. We're going to drop down this, and then there is going to be a chair that's ethereal. You're going to wait there for a little bit, and then the spirit is going to appear. And you're going to have yourself the rock cart. This is the way to get it without fighting Bayle, so you might want to do this first before you guys go ahead and fight him. But that's it. The rock heart also boosts dragon communion, while the priestess heart boosts your dragon incantations. And if you use this item while in dragon form, it will give you a buff. But there you guys go. That's how to get both male and female dragon forms in Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. If this video was helpful, please make sure to leave a like. I appreciate it a lot. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree content. Check out my playlist. I have one that has tutorials on the main game and the DLC, along with the new boss guy breakdown videos. For the DLC, they're on a playlist too, so check them out. And yeah, have fun being a dragon in the realm of Shadow, and peace out, my fellow Tarnished.